Dude, I don't know why they do that. They keep every time I try to stream through Restream, which is like how you bypass the Mac issue with streaming on TikTok, it kicks me like right away. I stream for like 10 minutes and I get kicked. How do people do this? Why do I get kicked whenever I try to go through Streamlabs? It literally pops up and it's like, you've violated community guidelines. I do not understand, no comprende. It's so annoying, but we're getting somewhere with this thumb now, so whatever. We're back, I think. Yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen again. It might happen every 10 minutes, who knows. But all right, so now we need to fix the lighting, which is the hardest part. Although Photoshop did just incorporate this new feature, if I update the app, where it'll fix like lighting issues for you. But first thing I always do is a little bit of a camera raw to kind of bring out the highlights. Like you see how it kind of pops the beard out a little bit, right? Like that. Turn up my light on my face a little bit. Turn down the oranges and the reds because I'm a very pale young boy. Actually, I'm not young. I'm kind of unk, but yeah. See, now that looks like 10 times better than I don't know how to show you. Wait, hold on. See, does not look better than that, right? It looks a little bit better, but now you see there's an issue. This side of my body is still so dark, right? So what we do is we put on a clipping mask and we turn the brightness up. We invert it out and we take a soft brush over here. And you come over to the dark spots on your shirt and you take the brush and you paint the dark spots out, right? So now we have a good base layer. It kind of matches the hand's brightness of what we want this to look like in a sense, right? So now I like to come up here to layer, defringe, takes out that like edge. And now we can come back over this with another brightness layer, turn it back down a little bit, which sounds like, you know, you're kind of reversing your work, right? But you want to see some texture on the shirt. So you got to think about where your light's coming in from. So based on this right here and based on Tyran, the light is coming from this side. So this side should be a little bit darker, right? This side should be slightly darker. Get on the hands. Even my face should be a little bit darker on this side. So we're going to turn the opacity on the brush down quite a bit in here, and we're just going to kind of give this side a little bit more detail just around the shirt, See? See how this is, you know, got a little bit more detail now? You can kind of see a little bit better what's going on, right? So now if we take this and we go like that, you see the difference? It's cool, right? I'm giving you guys free game here. This vid drops on Sunday. I'm giving you guys free game here, right? This is all free game for you because I like y'all. You guys are my boys. Hold on, I gotta rename this stream every time. It's super annoying. All right, there we go. You guys get them while I'm throwing down though. Like this is how we do this free game. But one thing I do not like is how my hair look. I said it before the stream went dark, but you see how my hair kind of looks like a blob right now, and it's got these like weird kind of peaks coming off of it, you could say, right? What I'll do is turn a clipping mask on. Again, make it a soft brush, and I'll just kind of massage this out, right? So this part, there shouldn't even be any hair there, right? But then when I come up here, I'll just kind of like massage around the edges because we don't want any black around the edge, right? Because the background's white. That's from my room. So we want to just kind of massage, give it like a defined like corners between each piece of hair, if that makes sense. Just to kind of give it some depth, give it some region in a way that it kind of makes it look a little bit like you didn't cut them out. Which that's why I have designers that help me with this because I'm not very good at this anymore. I used to be back in my Photoshop days, but those days are long gone. So even right here, like we want to make it so that, you know, it has some depth. There you go. That's a little bit better. Now what you can do also is come up over here, and I like to add an exposure layer on the side, which you're not going to be able to see on the stream, but then we turn this all the way up, right? Invert it, and just come around the edges. Because the edges shouldn't be dark because they're on a white background, right? The edges should not be dark. So if you want the edges not to be dark, turn them up. There we go. See, now that looks like actual hair. All right, who you got winning, IU or Oregon? I was actually at the Oregon-Indiana game. You can go watch that on YouTube. The first one, and Indiana stomped them, so I think I go Indiana again. Can we connect so I can make you a jersey? Yeah, DM me. What, this vid comes out Sunday. What's up? What's up? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully it doesn't crash again. That sucked last time. All right, so now we got me and Tyran. And we'll go back and color grade Tyran real quick just to make him match me now. Because I kind of match the background well, but I do not match him all that well. So I'm going to throw a levels on Tyran and kind of go in and I want his darks to be a little bit brighter, right? So how you do that is you throw levels on and you go like that around his hair. And then what we'll do is we'll come here and we'll just kind of give his hair some texture. Oh, that kind of looks gray. Yeah, there we go. And around his arm, we want to make it so that, again, the light looks like it's coming from that side, but just it's not as deep. Like we don't need it to be as deep. So we're going to turn up the brightness a little bit again and come back over here, tune it up, because this is a bright room that we're sitting in, right? This picture of him was taken in a very dark room. So we want the brights to come back out a little bit. So we can even turn that up a little bit more. Yeah, now that looks a little bit better. Get a little bit on his face because the light's coming from this way. Kind of like that. And that's kind of a basic of it. We'll go back and fix everything after. How many people do you have on your team for all socials? I have 3 editors. I have a thumbnail designer that helps with everything. But right now, this is kind of my process. Is I'll make the thumbnail and then I'll send it to him to make it look nice. So I have a thumbnail designer and I have a videographer. His name's Will. And Will's actually been recording vlogs of us on all of our trips behind the scenes. So I think his vlog with Tyran will be coming out in a couple days. So if you want to see more like of what our trips really look like when we go to all these schools and, you know, go with all these players, Will's going to talk, like kind of document the behind the scenes of all of our videos. Cause you know, mine are very story oriented. There's not a lot of vlog clips. So if you want to see more of like how our time went, what we did with these guys outside of the camera, you know, like me and Will played one-on-one for like an hour, like stuff like that will be in there. But yeah, now we've got something cooking. So the issue now that I'm seeing is this right here. We want this to be a newspaper. Yeah, look, there's Will. He's in the chat right now. All hail editing. Will inspired me, except I get kicked all the time from this shit. We want like a newspaper texture, I think. When it's down, I'm gonna stick him. Yeah, like some sort of paper texture. No, not like that. We need like a newspaper's like crumpled up usually, right? Like you want like a crumpled up piece of paper. That's a little too cardstocky. I know you can't see it what I'm doing right now, but I'm looking. Literally, I just go to Google and that's where I find like textures. This looks good. We're gonna come back here. We're gonna throw that down, right? So now we got a texture. So how do you get the texture? We're gonna select this, and then I like to. Oh my gosh. I like to go like this and use the brush to crop things out, which, you know, a lot of people don't do. I don't think a graphic designer will tell you that this is a very good method, but I ain't like the other guys. I'm the guy that your girl tells you not to worry about when it comes to Photoshop. Pause. I don't know why I said that like that. Oh, I'm locked in right now. See, because I got this trackpad, it just makes it so much easier. Because you can just like color. Like, see? Do you ever use AI to help with your thumbnails? And if not, what are your thoughts? Every once in a while, I'll use AI for things like removing people from certain scenes or creating custom backgrounds. I was actually, before I started TikTok and YouTube, I was actually a full-time graphic designer, which is what I'd say I'm best in. Like I can edit well YouTube-wise now and whatnot, but I was actually a full-time graphic. I had a job at an agency as a graphic designer. So I personally don't love AI in that sense, right? But I do see that there's good use cases for it for things along the lines of like I said, like it should help your creativity. It shouldn't take your creativity. It should be something that helps kind of move it forward. That looks bad. That looks really bad. Maybe if we add some like shadowing behind it to make it stand out like this. But like because it still has that clipboard shape. A newspaper, Like, that looks better. But a newspaper is going to have, like... No, that looks bad. That looks bad. Thoughts on Trinidad getting denied? He got denied his 6th year? Oh, my gosh. That's crazy. Well, he should go to the draft. He was clearly the best player in that game. Besides Malachi Tony, he's the GOAT. All right, don't like that. Scratch that. What we're going to do instead is get an actual somebody holding a newspaper graphic. Yeah. What? Like this. We're going to go like this. We're going to take a different route. Like that, and then we're going to flip it to make it fit with our... Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Okay. That looks good. That looks decent. What the hell is this crop? Photoshop. What are we doing? That's what we do these days? Okay. Something like that. Yeah. We're going to come here. We're going to crop that. We're going to turn this shit off, and then boom. And we're going to put this behind it. We're going to make it smaller. We're going to make it a little bit wider. The newspaper's wide, right? Something like that. And then we're going to take this person's hands. All right, we got to fix this. Hold on. See that little line? Get rid of that little line. That's just from the edges. And there. Now we're going to remove my hands. And what we're going to do is crop this, right? We're going to take this, and we're going to get rid of the outside of the hands and make it just as the edge would. And then we're going to see, this is where we can use AI. This is where we can use generative AI. And we can go like this, you feel me? And like that, feel me? And then we can go remove. And it should make this just paper. Shout out Cole. Yo, Parker knows my VFX channel. He's everywhere, bro. Oh, we got boys in here. All right. Skin match, yeah. We don't want those skins, though. We want this hand. These hands look way better. And now you still see we kind of have that same issue where my shirt is white and so is the paper. Now, if you look at the OG Jesser one that we had, did I delete that? Let me bring it back. Hold on. All right, if we look at the info, is Jesser has like a tux on, right? So it has that black. So there's movement here, right? You can see that there's differentiation. So we need to make my shirt a different color. Let's keep this time. So we're gonna group these all together, call these hands, and we're gonna mute these for now. I was wearing an Iowa United shirt. So first we're gonna do is remove Iowa United, and we're gonna remove the Nike logo. How do you do that? You highlight and remove. Oh, highlight and remove. There we go. Do not listen to Jason Ingram in here. Do not listen to Jason Ingram. He's not good. Yo, it's Pat Wavy from Overtime, man. You inspire me a lot. Pat Wavy, what up, baby? I appreciate it, man. Oh, you run the Captain Jack pod? It's fire. All right, and then we also want to come here, and we're going to add another layer under all the brightness controls that we did earlier. And I think maybe we try red first. And so what I typically will do is just color... Oh. The heck? Oh, shoot. I'm on that layer. Hold on. We got to go like this. One sec. We got to merge these two layers. Okay. And now we can go like that. See? Looks funny. But what you do is you then come and you multiply burn so that you get the, the same. You can see the texture. And then literally all we're going to do is just crop out my skin tone. Because obviously I don't want to be red. You guys seen that dude on TikTok who just paints his whole body red? That's his content. That guy's crazy. Tell me, is that too niche? Tell me you know who I'm talking about, because that's just wild. Okay, let's get my face out of here. And boom, we have a red shirt. Now, something I hate is how my beard always peels over, right? It peels over, but I can't really do it because then you're going to get that. You're going to get the white. So let's fix the details here. You don't want it around the collar because you need to have some depth, right? We need to have some depth. That's big in Photoshop. So we can come here. We can kind of go like this. Oh, man, I screwed that up. I got to get more zoomed. Okay, got to focus. Got to focus. Lock in. Boom. Like that. And then the same thing down here. Let's focus on the edges. And what you can do to kind of fix how this all looks is another good use case for AI. Is like you can use AI in this case and like highlight the edges, which I'm not going to do in this one probably, but you could highlight the like blend layer here and or create a selection, and AI will fix the like blend mode for you, which is kind of cool. All right, but everything else should be good. All right, so now we got a red shirt, so let's see how our hands look. There we go. There we go. I think we want to make the red a little bit darker. So we're gonna add a brightness layer, and we're gonna copy that layer mask and put it also on there. And so now that when we go brightness, it's just the shirt. Yeah, you see how that looks a little bit better in a way. Yeah, it just goes. So everything in Photoshop, man, it's all about depth. How can you give more depth? So there we go. Now our hands. Now you can see that we had an error made in the mask. So what we want to do is find where that layer is that has the error. We want to come in, clean that out, just like that. Come here, fix this, and boom. Now I'm holding paper. And I think we need to bring this up a little bit because, yeah, maybe a little bit up like that to match it. So now we just need to bring that paper. That paper is a little bit too low. Oh no. What happened? Where is this coming from? Oh, this is coming from here. So we want to just get this out of here. You guys are getting free game. All right. Let me check the comments real quick. Let me check the comments. Yo, I'm the kid who forgot to say hi. I'm the kid who forgot to say hi to you at the Hornets game. What's up, man? You should have said hi. We were there. Are you going to OTE Arena today? No. No more OTE stuff for a little while. Thoughts on the go to hoops? You mean LeBron? Can you do more toots like toots? Can you do more tutorials like this? It's a blessing. Yeah. Whenever I'm making these, I'll go live. As long as TikTok lets me stay live, bro. You're going to see it in like 5 minutes, our live. See? Oh my God. Literally right as I said, they don't let me stay live, bro. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Did I not just say that? They're like, it doesn't let me stay live, and I don't know why. It's so weird. Like, why doesn't it just let me stay live? It just cancels it. Does anyone know what the issue there is? Because it's kind of annoying. I kind of want to stay live. But it just kicks me every time. I don't get it. Does anyone have any insight onto that? Why does it do that? Why does it just kick me? I don't get it. Ooh. All right. Does anyone know how to do the thing where you like go half and half? That effect where like you can do. Is there a way to like have me on one part of the screen and then my back camera on the other part of the screen? And the cut. Because this is what we're doing, right? I was showing you guys how we do our Photoshop for thumbnails. But for some reason, TikTok wants to keep kicking me off the live. I don't know. Do not know why. It's really annoying. It gets you stuck. Maybe effects? Dual. Yes. Whoa. My face look like that. All right, there we go. All right, chat. Does that work if I just do it like this? Can we stay like this? I got a tripod somewhere. What up? I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something freaky here. I'm gonna put y'all. Nope, not right there. All right, I'm gonna put y'all like right here, and I'm gonna put me on the bottom of the shoot. We need it to be a little bit higher up. We need to be like right there. All right, here we go. I got an idea. Hold on, chat. I'm getting real ratchet. I'm gonna like stack y'all up like this. And we're just gonna see if that works. I need to plug this in though so it has some magnetism. Grandma. Wait. Come on. Bend. No. All right, that'll do. Right? Does that play? I'm just gonna bring this lower so you guys can see it. All right, cool. There we go. Okay, so we're back. It's a little bit ratchet though. Just bear with me while we figure out the issue with the stream. But all right, whatever. That'll do it. Now you guys can see everything that I'm doing. But we're back to here is where we need to finish our issue with our hands. So you see how this has a bit of a hand problem going on. So we're gonna go like this. Whoops. Oh my gosh, the keyboard's way harder to use. I had to move it back all the way down, which is not fun. Okay, there we go. Nope, that looks bad. It's all about like when you realistically, bro, when you do Photoshop, like everything's gonna look bad, and then you're just fighting to make it not look bad. Okay, so we just need to fix this side. Give a little wrap around there. Pause. Okay, and then what we can do on the actual paper to make it look again a little bit more realistic is we're going to make that a little bit. Okay, why does that happen? Okay, and we're gonna go like this. Then we're gonna take a nice soft brush again. I like the soft brush if you couldn't tell. And we're gonna just trace under the fingers because the light, again, like we said, is coming from up there. That's where the light's coming from. So we want to have that reflected. So your shadow should not be out there. It should be here. Same for here. It should be under, and now this side should come out a little bit more because that's where the light's coming from, right? Oh shit! Sorry, dropped y'all boys. Promise I'll never drop you again. Although I probably will drop you in the next 2 seconds, but. All right, now I can actually see the chat though. What's up? Add me. Tez says add me. Can't right now. I'm busy, Tez. I'm working. I'm busy. I'm working. I'm grinding. You gotta come to Omaha. I don't. Omaha is very far away. I might though. If you guys listen, my motto in life is if there's good players somewhere, I'm gonna be there, right? If we got good hoopers out somewhere, your boy is finna be there. All right, so that looks pretty good now. That looks pretty good. Are you kidding me? That looks nice. So now what we want to do is make this look like a newspaper. How do we do that? How do we make it look like a newspaper? Well, we're gonna try to figure it out. Tez got a question. Hit me. Yo, you hooping my friend Ryan in Pittsburgh. That's dope. Bro, you moved from Mass 6 hours closer to Omaha. I'm 6 hours closer? I did not know that. I've been to Omaha before. I went to the AAU tournament there that one time. The 3SSB with Taylor. Okay. There we go. We got this, right? Now, how do we make this? We need to make this like a headline. So, I want to come here and go like newspaper template. Okay. Oh, no. Oh. I got an idea. Slam, cover, Tyran, Stokes. What if we use is like a legitimate slam cover? That might be doing too much. Oh, this is hard. See, this is where it's the hard part. It's like you got to figure out what do you want in certain places? Where should things go? I like using his 24/7 ranking on the paper. Let's see how that looks. Why are you pulling up and wrap scars? So one thing that we could do to help with that again is click multiply. Now you see it kind of looks like it's on the page, but another thing that I'm going to do is click warp and bring this up. Bring this up. All right, bring this kind of down so it goes with the blend of the page. Let's bring that down and let's give it some text. Number one player. Let's make that yellow. There we go, and then we'll do the same thing with that little warp scheme, right? Oh, you guys can't even see what I'm doing. Hold on, there we go. So we gotta rasterize this image, so we gotta make sure that's what we want it to say. And then what we can do is click rasterize layer. There we go. And then transform warp, and now we can kind of pull that down a little bit. Yeah. There we go. That looks different. Something like that. What do you think about something like that? Definitely different text color though, right? We gotta go different text color because that doesn't look good. Maybe red to match. Oh, now we are on to something. I fuck with the red. Yo, since you went to Vandy, you should go to Tennessee. We're going to Tennessee at the 31st for the Auburn game. Somebody pull up on us. Put news about Tyran on it. Good point. Good point. When are you coming back to record GU? I'm the newest recruit. Oh, that's tough. Probably won't be coming back. Although I do. Jordan is the man. GU, I love Gremlin. Gremlin's dope. But we already made our video. You need to come to my old high school, Christian. Are they good? What is this? This is a thumbnail that I'm making for our video with Tyran Stokes, #1 player in the country. Yeah, we need some text down here. So what we're going to do is go find an article about Tyran. Gang bang. Hey, hold up. Oh, no, that's a long one. Maybe we use this. Yeah. Okay. That might work actually. Hold on. Let's get it. Let's get it nice. Let's get it looking in the right sense. Okay. Oh, that it broke the scale. Okay, that doesn't look very good. But it's good enough to send to our Photoshop designer and have him cook. What type of planning goes into your video? Oh my god, so much. So much planning. You got to do... I plan out literally every second of every video. I try to. And then you kind of have to adapt to what happens on then. But how to get better at basketball? Just keep playing, bro. I do edit most of my stuff. I have some editors, though, that help. But I edit a lot. Colin, my name is Momin. I've been working hard. I'll remember you, bro. When are you going to Montverde? We already did Montverde. Yo, we're going to tap in with YouTube, bro. We already been there. Montverde was our first ever tour. Go look it up. It's a banger. Still to this day. We did it with the old coach before he went to Spire. But yeah, this is what it is. It's not the best, but luckily we have a designer for this. But my buddy who helps me with some strategy, he sent me some notes. So let's see. Those are 6. Let me cook up a few notes for you. Small notes. I think this will make it pop more. Slightly stronger vignette around it. Change the color, the court color to tan. Extend the walls. Match the color of the matte jersey trim, beach, and outline around him to be the same. Make his jersey lettering bigger. Whiten his eyes. Change your shirt color to green. Extend mats. Oh, that does look so much better. See, this is why you want to have help, bro. Doesn't this look way better already? This is why you get. This is why you have people that you can talk to and bounce ideas off of to make it so much better. All right, so we're gonna come back to this. Let's go make those changes. So what we're gonna do is group this all together and just turn this off for now. Tyran, this is our next version. Oh shit! Wait. Ah! Okay. So we want to go back to our base image. God, I'm dropping you everywhere. What about Ron Smith? Wait, what'd you say? What about Ron Ron? Do something for him, bro. He's tough. Who's Ron Ron? What's this video about? This video is about him. #1 player in the entire nation, Tyran Stokes. He is a beast. Darren Rippey. Oh, yeah. I'd do something with Darren Rippey, but I don't have any way to get in contact with him if you know. I like him, but I don't have any way to get in contact with him because he doesn't have an Instagram. Or does he? I don't know. Last time I checked, I couldn't find his Instagram. But having a 99 overall, I took it off. I don't think the color scheme just isn't doing it for me, you know. But all right, so this is what we had to do now. So we're gonna save this just because we don't want to mess it up. And then what we want to do is change a few things here. We want to first of all take #1 player in the nation, make it smaller, turn it like this way a little bit, make it a little bit longer, and we want to put it in front of them like that, right? Yeah, something like that. Okay, there we go. And then we're gonna just mute that for now. And then I think he was saying check out what our shirt looks like if it's green. That's green. Actually, yo, this is another time where you can use AI. If I just go like this, right? This is where you can use AI. Actually, it actually helps. Makes this a little bit faster because usually when I do the move, change your shirt, it takes a little while. So we go like this, change shirt to green. I recently took Tyran Stokes. I can send you. Yeah, send me some. That's fire. Promise he answers on his. What's his Instagram? I don't actually know his Instagram name. Do you have a good thumbnail? I'm working on the thumbnail right now. This is called Photoshop. On a day in the life with you, everyday type of kid, get a lot of views. Ew. Why does it make me look like Shaggy? Do I not look like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo right here, bro? What the hell? Oh my gosh, alright. Maybe we don't need to use AI. Bro, why is it got me looking like Shaggy? That's crazy work, bro. That's crazy work. Alright, we need to fix something here. You see how if I turn this off, alright, it has this line. We don't want this line. We don't want this line. So what we're finna do is come here, this is called the clone brush, right? So it kind of just mimics what's going on in the background around of where you click something, right? Boom. Alright, there we go. Alright, now we're on to something. Okay, cool. That looks bad. There we go. Alright, now we want to change my shirt back to green. So we're gonna go hue saturation. You see how long like thumbnails take, bro? It's actually insane. But there we go. Green. We wanna make it a little less saturated, a little darker. Wait, no, not darker. Just like that. No, what? I'm clicking wrong buttons, bro. There you go. And now you can just come back and do the same thing where we paint it back on like a nude. We'll fix that red. We'll fix the red on the outside. It's the same issue that we just had on the front side of this image. Alright, there we go. They always want to change your shirt color. Listen, I like my red shirt. I like red as my brand color sometimes. You feel me? But I'm doing it to get the best results, right? That's shit. That's what I'm here for. We're learning. We want to learn. We want to get better. The best thing about YouTube, bro, is that you can always get better. Mr. Beast can get better. Everybody can always get better. And that's so fun. Isn't that like, I mean, that's what you got to strive for, right? It's just the fact that you always have a chance to get a little bit better every single day when you wake up. I mean, it literally, that's the reason I get out of bed, is because every day you have a chance to get that much better. I get so excited. I tell my girlfriend every night before I go to bed, I'm like, yo, I'm so excited for tomorrow. She's like, what do you got tomorrow? I don't know. I don't got anything. She's like, what are you excited for? You kidding me? Excited because I get another chance tomorrow. I get another chance to go off tomorrow. Another chance to make a difference. Another chance to make some movement in this world. Another chance to make my shirt green in a Photoshop image. This video is Tyran Stokes, Day in the Life. This is so Bro, chill with Darren Rippy Jr. Well, maybe we'll get there. I like Rippy, don't get me wrong, he's tough. Do commit too, that's crazy. You edit your YouTube videos? Not as much anymore. Rip City FG. Yeah, you're glazing hard in the comments right now. He's a kid, bro. We want to extend out. We want to extend this blue wall. So how you do that is, we're gonna come right here and go like that. All right. Make sure that lines up. Extend out like that, and then what we want to do is just blend this. So. You kind of just do that and it'll blend everything for you in Photoshop. Yeah, this comes out Sunday, bro. Do all these tweaks really make a difference in CTR? Yeah, it's actually insane. CTR is a very tough thing to understand, but once you understand it, which I do not, you'll notice that every small decision makes a difference. We'll test like 3 or 4 different just looks of our thumbnail. Like 3 or 4 different small tweaks. White in his eyes, match the color from his shirt, and that's shirt color, make the court tan, make beach bigger. Okay. Let's whiten up our eyes. Isn't that a weird thing to do? I always feel weird when I always feel weird doing this, because this is, if you look at every like YouTube thumbnail, their eyes are so white. It's freaky sometimes, but this is free game for y'all. Makes it stand out. Makes it look like you're looking at them more. That's a little too much. We'll come back and fix that. Right? Does that not look weird? Hold on. There you go. Boom. That looks like I'm like Medusa or something trying to take your soul. Do you do thumbnail tests on YouTube? Yeah, I thumbnail test. Are you ever going to do a little kid tournament? No, because that's illegal. Side to Waukee versus Waukee Northwest Feb 3rd? Maybe. Inspirational, brother. Appreciate it, man. It's fun, isn't it? Like, life's fun. Life's fun. We get to do fun stuff. Okay, we're kind of getting somewhere. We want to... One more thing is, I think for the shirt, I think the shirt needs to be a little bit darker. I'm not loving how green it is. I'm thinking a little bit like that, and maybe a little bit more yellow. Yeah, like that. Perfect. Okay, we're making progress. Now we want to match. These 2 colors are what we want to match. Actually, first let's fix the court, dude. The court looks disgusting. What's going on back here? How we're gonna do that is we're gonna come and do tan basketball court. Okay, this all looks terrible too. Alright, never mind. We're not going to do that. Scratch that. We want to make the court a little bit darker, so we're going to take here, we're going to go hue/saturation again. It's your favorite. That's our favorite tool, apparently. Oops. Come above here, saturate, and we want to just kind of give this like a... No, that's not a good way to do it. what we want to do actually is we're going to highlight everything that we want to make a little bit darker, right? So that side looks pretty good actually over here. So we don't need to make that much darker. So we're going to do that and we're going to make a new layer. Within that crop, we're going to take like a tan color, whatever color we want this to kind of look like. Maybe a little something like that. And we're going to throw that down, okay? Now I get it. That does not look great. What we can do is come and make this kind of a multiplied layer like that. And then we can come back up to hue and saturation, change that, and now we have a layer where we can kind of mess around to see what where it kind of looks best. Don't think we want it like that tan. Dude, this looks bad. Never mind. I'm giving you guys a tutorial like I know what I'm doing. I'm just guessing. What we're gonna do is just go AI and see what AI does. Make basketball court tan, or let's see what it does. Check IG. I'm up next. I tell you. All right, bet I'll check you out. How long you been a content creator? This is my 3rd year full time. Are you ever gonna go back to the T? Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. Okay, so that made it way worse. What we really need to do is find a nice basketball gym floor, because with the AI, not the AI, with the amount of Photoshop we've done, like the court kind of looks a little funky right now with the lines. So I'm gonna just take a new court and put a new court down. Where should we do that from? Oh wait. Wait just a second. No, don't want to do that. I want to do this. I want to take this court, which is the actual court. Some people don't, sometimes you gotta use what you have. You don't always gotta find something better. Use what you got. There we go. That's the real court, right? And we can add some more of it. Why's my brush up past it all the way down? We can add some more of it here. Okay. Take that away. Then we're gonna go like this, so that the cheerleaders are, not like phasing through the court. And boom, we have a court. That looks normal. Okay. Check your IG for real. I'm number 7 in Canada. Nice. I will check it. I always check, bro. My goat. My dog. Alright, so this video comes out Sunday for the people that are just here. Alright, so now we want to make this tanner, which is, again, we can go up to saturation and hue, like we always do, and we can find a little bit of a tanner colorway for this. Right? Or maybe we can even do a little bit of an overlay. So we can go like this, clip it mask. I'm just, not that great at this type of stuff on Photoshop yet. I mean, I actually used to be. No, maybe we need to make it darker first. A little bit more contrasted. A little bit darker, yeah. Now we can go like that. Now we can go multiply. There we go. That looks a little better. I know it doesn't look good. Don't get me wrong. It doesn't look good, and it's not finished yet, but because whatever's going on right here, for some reason, did not want to... Is this because... Why does it want to go there? There we go. Okay. I don't like particularly love this color orange that we're kind of rocking with. So let's change up this color because it could use a little bit of work. What's more of a basketball hue? A little less saturated, maybe? No. Gosh, now what color? Let's see, why does his look so much better right there? Maybe because it's lighter? Maybe we need to just go like this. Oh, there we go. That looks good. Now what we got to do is see how this looks so shitty now? Part of my language. We got to fix this up. So you just kind of come and you can kind of just trace away all the yuckiness from your arms. This video is like super. This is one of, I think, going to be our most interesting videos because it did not go how I thought it was going to go. Like we kind of got like, me and Will, my videographer, we were not having a great time to start this video off, but it ended so well. Like, I'm really excited for you guys to see this one because Tyran was awesome. I'd never met him before, but Tyran was super cool, and just made this video so much more spectacular. Which is really all you could ask. There we go. Now that looks like a. Does that not look good? Does that not look like a court? Come on. The eyes, bro. I know. I told you. We're getting there. The eyes are a little freaky right now. The eyes are a little freaky. We're going to get there. Don't worry. We're going to get there. This is dropping on Sunday, bro. This is dropping on Sunday. The eyes, I'm in your camp right now. They look freaky as hell. We're going to fix it, though. Like I said, Photoshop is a game of just making things a little bit better at a time. That's all you can do. And a little bit better at a time. Because if you try to do too much in Photoshop right away, that's when you run into some issues, right? So we want to also fix this up. Boom. Okay. Looking better. All right, so now we want to make his whole chest logo. I think, yeah, I agree. I think could be a little bit bigger here. So we're going to just convert this to a smart object real quick. And then we're going to take this beach logo. See this beach logo? We're going to make this bigger so you right when you click on it, you want to be able to know like what you're about to watch and where you are. Right? So, yeah, boom. Right when you see it, you should know now you're at the beach. Their gym was beautiful, by the way. This is a cool place. Yo, Colin, can you have me sponsored? I get to Jordan so I can play wheelchair basketball. I'm not even sponsored, dog. I wish. If somebody's in this chat that could help him out, let him know. Bro, no one has ever made content on wheelchair basketball. I actually did the other day. Coach, I made a TikTok about it. This one kid who plays wheelchair basketball. You should go check it out. All right. This is not looking bad. Okay. So now the last thing I want to do here is come up to these. You guys see these oranges right here? We want to make it match this orange. So we want to make these oranges like slightly brighter. So what I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to just trace them out with a straight edged kind of selection tool here. I'm going to go like that. I'm going to come here. Go like this. There's that one. This one needs to be brighter. Over on the right, I'm working on the one on the right now. You just can't see it on my phone. And then this one's gonna be kind of annoying. We're gonna come here. We'll fix it after. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. All right. So now we want to go straight into a brightness layer and just fix those up. See that? Now it matches. Matches his shirt. Maybe turn the contrast. Yeah. Oh my god, that does do a lot. That makes it look a lot better. Yo, this is my favorite channel. I miss the AI creator, the AI guy. We got actually something coming from him. Yeah, we did change it a lot. Isn't that crazy how that works? Okay, so I'm digging that. He thinks we do a little bit more vignette. So a vignette is like a the vignette is like a, how would I explain what a vignette is? It's like the darker edges, right? So you can do that in Camera Raw, but I think for this case, I'm going to do it myself just to show you guys. So you see how we turn the exposure all the way down here? It's really dark, right? Versus this, right? Okay, so what you do is we're going to make this like, say like 1500, make the edges that, and then we're going to just kind of go like this. Now I want my full body and face not to be in the vignette as well as him, but we want the background to be a little bit like that. Yeah, okay, I see why. Like why you do this, let me zoom out right here. Like why you would do that, you see how that is? Like the edges are a little bit darker, is so that you're forced to look at, you're forced to focus on me and Tyran in this, right? There's no other way around it. You're forced to look at it. Yeah, it's a shadow in the corners, right? So that brings your vision right to the center, right when you look at it. Because again, when you're making a thumbnail, the most important thing is when you look at it for just a second, what do you see, right? Let me do this. You guys tell me. When I click on this for just a second, what do you see? What's the first thing that you see? What's the first thing that you see? Drop that in the comments. What's the first thing that you see? Oh, this is a quiz. Two guys dapping up. Perfect. That's what you want to see. My hat? Good. That's good. Green ass shirt. Yeah, green ass shirt's kind of crazy. But now that we have our bases, now we can go back and add different effects. So this is what we had originally versus that. So I think what we want to do is come back up here and take that little sticker we had right here, and I want to bring that back in. A little something like that. Make that. Ooh, that needs to be way brighter. Why did this get so dark all of a sudden? Was it always that dark? Wait, no, that's the wrong one. It's this one. There we go. Oh, 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 oh. And I'm gonna add a drop shadow right here so that there's some depth on it. Very light though. Now that looks like a YouTube thumbnail. Why do you guys look so tired? I don't think I look that tired. Does Tyran look tired? Tyran just played a game in this picture, so that might be why. Whoa. Appreciate you guys. Love the videos. Basket kind of looks fake. The basket kind of looks fake. The basket is real. Everything in this picture is real. This is actually a picture. If you were here from the beginning, we changed everything I was wearing. So the shirt's not real, but everything else is real. These are real cheerleaders. Here, I'll show you the OG picture so that you kind of know what I'm talking about. There's my thumbnail picture. This is the OG picture. This is OG picture. Isn't that crazy how much we took out? All right, so this is actually nuts looking at this. I don't usually do this. All right, so that's the OG picture of the background versus what we did to it. Yo, how crazy is that? That's OG. That's what we did. OG, us. That's pretty cool. Well, the pole has to hold the hoop up. You can't just hang. See, there's a long ass pole here. We took out this stuff because it's a little bit distracting. Yeah, isn't that nuts? Whoa, 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 whoa. I had the supports in, and the supports, when you look, that's where you look, is at the supports. So you really don't want to even notice that the hoop's there. You just want to look at it real quick to see it. That's it. You want to see a very small, because you got to think about it. When you're on YouTube, what are you going to be doing on YouTube, right? You're going to be like this, scrolling. So let's test this out. You want to see a cool tool? So we're going to save two versions here. We're going to save this one, Tyran new one, and then we're going to save it without this, Tyran new too. Okay. And then watch. This is what we're going to be. This is what it's going to look like. Ready? So if we come up, let's just go to the home page. Why is it so zoomed out? What's going on here? Oh, this is us live right now, for those wondering. All right, so let's just say we're right here. Right here's some good thumbnails. Okay, so there's this tool where I can come up here. Oh, I gotta log back in. All hail Cullen. We're gonna change it to the thumbnail we just made of Tyran. Let's use this one for now, and then let's just say I think the title is gonna be something like 48 hours with the #1 player in the country. Okay, preview thumbnail. Did that work? Oh. So that's what it's going to look like on YouTube. Did not mean to do two of them. Well, let's refresh so that we don't have two of them. All right, here we go. There we go. See? So if you're scrolling, does that stop you? I don't think that stops me that much. Let's see it with this. All right. Now that stops me a little bit more, I think. I don't know, boys. It's really not, I'm not loving it, to be honest with you. This is not what I was supposed to be doing today, by the way. I had to work on a new video and I'm doing this all day. Now that, with Tyran Stokes' name in it, looks a little bit better. What do you guys think about that? Do you think it could get 2.1 mil views with this thumbnail? What do we think? The headline definitely pulls my eyes in. You're right, Parker. Add a flying dragon in the background. That'll stop me. No, I'm trolling. That'd be crazy. Yo. Yeah, I think we're on a good pace. So I have another one that my designer's working on right now. Who's the GOAT? His name's Tan. Go check him out on Twitter. But it's gonna look like how our AJ the Bansa video looked like. It's gonna look like this. This is one of my favorite thumbnails we've ever made. Right here. So we got one where it's gonna be, instead of obviously me and AJ, it's gonna be me, different picture of me, and Tyran sitting right here. We're gonna take the NBA logos off the chairs, and we're gonna have like Seattle in the background. So we're gonna have like some white mountains with like the Seattle Space Needle right here. So I think that'll be cool. Add more color pop in the background. See, the issue of that is that takes away from what you're supposed to look at. You're supposed to keep the background pretty simple. Like this one, the background's pretty complicated. Do a blank Kobe with a question mark. Why you got mean side eye? Thumbnail, bro. You ever change thumbnails after posting? Yes. Like every video. I'll show you. Look. If you come over to our channel. Let's see, where's one that I've done a bunch. We've changed this one like 10 times now. Let's see. I got this software where it'll actually show you all the times that we've changed it. So these are the first three that we tested. Okay. Oh, sorry, boys. So these are the first three thumbnails that we tested on this Christian video, right? So we tested this picture of him dunking on somebody that we took. Or actually, I don't even know if this is him. I don't know. But this picture versus this versus this one. This one sucks. But it's, you know, two pictures. All right. So then, oh no, that's not even the first one. The first one, or was it? Oh yeah, that was the first one. So we tested these three, and this one won, right? Pretty cool, but there wasn't that much separation between him and the background. So we then ran another one. We had this one, and we tested out some different faces, right? So this face, this background, and this one. I want to see him outside, and I wanted to change the like positioning of them. And I believe that one won again. So then we tested this one against this, and against me there for some reason, which kind of looks funky. And then we ended up going back to this and testing it versus me with a different color shirt, Christian with a different color jersey, and this jersey color, or this combination ended up winning, so that's what it is now. We also tested like a bunch of titles for this, but that's how that goes, bro. It's kind of crazy. Colin, who's your favorite high school player of all time that you've watched in real life? Oh, Austin Rivers. He went to my high school. Greatest mixtape ever. Austin Rivers faux show. Who do you test these on or where? You can test them directly in YouTube. YouTube has the software now. So, yeah, that's kind of how we do this. But let me show you guys while we're here, before I get active here with the actual video. You guys want to see like a clip from the video? What do you think about that? You want to see a little song? Let's go. Colin main cam footage. You guys know who this is?
That dude's loud. It's loud, right? It's live, right? It's live. Is it better? Let me ask you a question. Is it better in person when you saw the
You guys know who that is?
When you're on video, you don't see the top. Yeah. Because there's the whole, like, up there. Yeah. Like the whole second gym up there. You gotta come back.
He had to leave halfway through the video because he's got to host NBA today, isn't it? On NBC. Isn't that crazy, bro?
Tuesday night.
Obviously, this footage is in log and doesn't have my mic connected to it, so it's gonna sound and look a little bit different. But
hey, he's killing it though. I knew about him before he knew I knew about him. You guys are killing it. I was like, I gotta just keep going to his page. He's killing it.
I got one thing I wanted to say.
yeah, isn't that crazy? Jamal Crawford was like, "Yo, bro," he looked at the camera and he's like, "I've been watching his videos." Before he knew about I was watching his videos. Yo, I was freaking out, bro. That's just crazy. Yeah, we did a tour with JJ at his school. And the game was lit, bro. Look how many people were there.
That's how you go to 10.
See how many people were in the background there? That's all I can show you, though. We have a bunch of interviews with JJ. Let me see if I can find an interview with him that you can see. For now, I don't want to give away too much. You're not going to be able to hear it again. My mics aren't connected to this footage, but dropping Sunday. Bro, he's so tough. He went off. He went off, bro. He went off. And for those who don't believe that Tyran was in the video and that we actually dapped up, this is where the picture came from. Obviously, we put him in his uniform. That's all you get to see from him because his interview was awesome. But how cool is that, bro? Isn't that crazy? This shit's wild. I cannot believe that we went all the way to Seattle for that, but I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about this one just yet. We're gonna come back and work on it tomorrow again. For now, I gotta work on we're working on this Kobe 6 video. And I just don't know how to make it. Like, I'm a bit confused on what exactly we should make it as. All right, you guys got anything you want to say? Got any questions before I hop out of here? What do we got? Hit me right now. Any questions that you got? Anything you want to hear? Anything you want to see? Hit me right now. What we got? What do we got? Add the paper back. All right, word. Here's the paper. What else? What else? What else? Do some interviews for it. For the Kobe's? Yeah, I'm definitely. Danny Avija or Trey Young? Trey Young. Can you visit my college? What college you go to, bro? Maybe. I don't know what college you go to. No, with his tanning. Ranking number 8? What does that mean? What? The paper with the ranking on it. Oh, the actual? You don't know ball? For what do you mean, bro? Lynn University in Boca. Ooh, Boca is so far. Parker said hit my DM. All right, I'll check your DM after, Parker. I got you. I just want to know why my cool, nice looking stream with my mic and my camera just quits every time I turn it on. So annoying. Danny Avija is way better. No, he's not. I like Danny Avija, but he's not. People have like. Were you the kid that came up to me at this school and was like telling me to say Danny Avija for All-Star? Was that you, bro? Somebody kept coming up to me while I was there and was like, "Can you please say Danny Avija All-Star? Danny Avija All-Star." No, Parker, it's because I have a Mac, and a Mac you can't stream directly to TikTok from Streamlabs, so you have to go through a third party, which is Restream, and Restream's been having some issues lately, so I'm gonna have to figure it out with them. I'm gonna have to call them. Colin, bro. My name's Colin. Not Colin. Colin with a U. I just feel like it's not bright enough. I'm like a sigh. I got a bad habit of wanting to make everything super bright and over saturated, and that's just not good. But maybe something like that. I like you because I do, and I'm not sure. Hold on. Hold on, I gotta respond to my header. Just Kevin Boyle Jr. and the older guy, not the redhead guy. Son first, then older guy last. Just those two. On me, on the right on the sheet. On the names, on the dropping names. All right. Sorry, I wasn't looking right now. 2 Florida babies right now. You have 2 Florida babies. Colin, what's your question? I got you, dog. What's your question? I need to go get some lunch, bro. I'm hungry. You and Kodak? Yeah. 4 digits. 4 digits stick together. I'll be at the national championship in Miami on the field, by the way. That's gonna be lit. And I know I'm wearing a Missouri shirt right now, but it's all about the U. Miami for life. 4 digits all the way. Bro, ignore my question. Colin, you didn't even ask a question yet, guy. Come on. Ask your question, Colin. Marcus, what's good? I got a brand deal with Meta for the glasses. That is Tyran Stokes. Did our video with him. He was gonna smoke y'all. Probably. Honestly, probably. I went to a game at Indiana this year. It was wild. They're so good. I take you on a full. I don't like it anymore. Alright, boys. I think that's a wrap. Thanks for helping with the thumbnail. I'll do this more. I'll come back on when we decide our next one. Next video will be at Stepinac up in New York. Call in. Ask your question. Our next one will be up at Archbishop Stepinac in New York. And then after that will be Wheeler High School in Georgia. And then after that will be University of Tennessee. The University of Virginia is on the schedule. And anywhere else you guys want to see, any other players, any other dogs out there that we just got, you let me know, and we'll be there soon. More NBA content, yeah. I'm trying to get to an NBA arena tour soon again. Maybe the Heat. And if you guys have any Heat connects, let me know. I'll be in Miami next week. Going about my way. All right, boys. See ya. If you keep the live going and you get some, like, dang, TikTok wants me to keep staying live.
money could buy happiness, and I noticed this button. I click on it, and within seconds, I have an entire summary. Isn't this really bad for creators? That was my first thought. Why would a platform want to cannibalize their own creators? And it's not just YouTube doing this. There are other apps like Spotify that are summarizing content. But here's what I think it actually means. When platforms optimize for efficiency, as a creator, you have to optimize for meaning. If someone can get the same experience from watching your video as they can from reading the summary, then you shouldn't be making that video. Now we've gotten to the point where information is available everywhere. So information can no longer just be the value of what you're making as a creator. You need to layer.
Oh, hey there, guys.
Oh, hey.
Welcome to the house. Yeah, you want a deer stick or no?
Oh, yeah, deer sticks, okay.
This kitchen was built for crock pots. I mean, look at all the outlets.
Now I know what I put up there. I have a sign that says eat and a sign that says home.
Eat home. I like that. So this is the master bedroom, but right here, that's where you put the big bucks.
Oh, yeah.
That's where your big buck goes.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
couple 2-3 bucks right here.
Yeah.
I like that it's just got a curtain rod and not any of that dang glass. It's so hard to keep clean.
And look at this winter coat storage.
Oh,
Yeah.
And more winter coat storage.
Oh, yeah.
And let's forget, is this the master bathroom? Oh, no, that's just more winter coat storage.
Oh, yeah.
it's like a football field down here.
Oh, yeah.
The Vikings could practice down here.
Oh, yeah.
Ew, there's no tile back there.
Oh, yeah, don't you know?
Hey, Jeff, the idea to buy these basement buildings.
Oh, hey there, guys.
We were walking around Japan when we stumbled across one of the weirdest restaurants we've ever seen. It's called Big Iowa Barbecue. Intrigued, we walked inside to see this American-style barbecue place with the walls covered in Iowa pictures, flags, and an American family. Immediately, we knew we had to find out if their food is any good. The menus were exactly like the barbecue places we toured last year in Texas. Whole page dedicated to smoked meat, brisket, pulled pork, ribs, sausages, and chicken. Placed an order and just couldn't believe how we just felt transported to a U.S. restaurant with American football on the TV. It was even a map of the world with cohorts of people from Iowa that have visited this place. What makes it even more strange is that the owner of this place is actually English, but they do also source their meat directly from Iowa. As odd as all of this is, was it all just for looks and appearances, or is the food actually any good?
Tender. We've had some American ones that were less tender than that. Good. Not good flavor, but very good.
Did you know elephants can flip into a deadly state they can't control and turn so dangerous even other elephants avoid them? But why? Well, it's called lux, the chemical state that hijacks an elephant's brain.
I literally cannot stand this man anymore. Because what you mean you're going on tour with Anderson .Paak, Leon Thomas, Ray, and Victoria Monet? Anderson .Paak, Leon Thomas, Ray, Victoria Monet. No, and by the way, Bruno Mars. I mean, there's literally no way I would be able to enjoy another concert. Like, there's no way. I mean, that is like that is like there's like concert, and then there's this, and on top of that, Bruno, how much you about to cost? I don't give a damn if I gotta sit on the roof of SoFi Stadium. It's time to explode audience trust. I mean, yes. It's coming about the rock, man.
In our live streams.
Alexa, disconnect. Wait, Alexa, pause. Alexa, pause.
That's